whisper gently saying you don't know how to keep on trying. It shows something's changing in me. It shows now I'm hardly breathing. There's no right line, way to go. Oh, like a Rona without a goal. That goes to let's be brave to get this. Now be brave to get this. Ooh, 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 ooh. But we both know. So why can't we just give it a go? Step back to like we don't know.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another vlog. Today I'm going to be sharing with you another Get It All Done. I'm starting it today, but I'm probably going to film this video over the course of a couple days, I believe, just because to film a whole Get It All Done to film a whole Get It All Done video, I need to film over the course of a couple days, or else the video is like 10 minutes long. And I know most of you, I believe, like longer videos. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyway, I am going to start this video off by hanging up my new clothesline. Y'all, I got a clothesline. Actually, I got two by accident because I ordered online and somehow they sent me two. One from Walmart.com, like it actually shipped here, and then the other one got delivered from Walmart delivery. So I don't know what happened there, but they charged me for both. So I'm going to hang these up. They're clotheslines. They are retractable. They're 20 foot. Yeah, 20 foot long. And I am really excited. I wanted to get one of these. Y'all know I've been struggling with my dryer, and I mean, we live in Florida. It's sunny most of the time here, so I thought it would be nice to have to like hang some of the laundry. Probably not all of them. I'm gonna be real. I mean, I'm probably not gonna hang dry all my clothes, or who knows, I might. You know what, it just hit me. It literally just hit me. How am I gonna hang clothes without clothespins? Oh, come on. I think I have a couple, but I don't have a whole lot. Dang it, I'm gonna have to go to the store. It's okay, it's fine. But I can hang them up and show you guys how they work. They're pretty cool. I already tested one out yesterday. I didn't hang it, but my husband held it and I like took it across the yard. So a lot of you asked what we were gonna be doing with the poles that were in the ground, and one of those poles are about to be my clothesline pole. So it's gonna work out great. Oh, I do have clothespins, look! I do. I thought I had some. Oh my gosh, whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I knew I had some somewhere. I forgot that I put them right here. Cool. Okay, so in order to hang the clothesline, I gotta run out to my tools and get me a drill. Well, hello. Well, hi. Well, hello. I love you. Okay, hi, honey. I love you too. We're gonna take this one off, and yeah, it's just a regular Phillips head. I need like a drill bit, like extender thing. I don't know what they're called. Like the piece that you actually stick this into this, but for now we're just gonna use what we got. Honey, quit! You're in the dirt! You're not going inside. You're not going in. Oh man, she just rolled all in the mud. You just rolled in the mud. What was that? What was that? So I got this part mounted here, and now you just take this and you pull it, and then you get to just like hook it on the hook. Oh crap. Oh crap. I love that for me. What the heck? We measured this out yesterday. What happened? I don't know what happened. Dang it. I probably was supposed to put it right here. That would make sense.
get lost. Wish I could explain to you, but if I do, it's you and I lose. Maybe we're happier apart, and if I'm honest, every better if we start. Better now than soon. I promise you that you'll be cool. Lately, been breaking my own heart, holding on, yeah, waiting for back. I'm too weak, letting you know that the half of me is just for the show. I see it clearly in my sleep. I'm dreaming, being dreaming. One call and you'll be off my mind. I told you, keep being down, won't die for a second. And now I know I want you to mean it. I see it clearly in my sleep. Keep dreaming, I'm leaving.
A few hours later, after picking up the kids from school, all the clothes were dry, so I'm just going to work on taking all the clothes off the line. Here, for the first time I took them off, I kind of folded them quickly and threw them in the basket so that way I didn't have to fold them when I got inside, and this worked out really well, so that's how I'm going to do it most of the time. But then there was a few little clothes that were not completely dry on the second load that I did. So I took those off and popped those in the dryer just for a couple minutes to just kind of finish those off. The day that I was hanging the clothes up on the line, it was actually like an overcast, very rainy day. It was on and off raining, so it just worked out to throw a few in the dryer. Now, we are going to jump into a bathroom makeover, but I had to share this mishap. You've got to be kidding me right now. I literally have the worst luck ever. I can't. So that was probably one of the biggest messes I've made with paint in a long time. I mean, it was pretty bad. I feel like I didn't really even show the floor that well, but paint splattered all over the toilet seat. It somehow got into the toilet even though the lid was shut. It was on the shower doors. It was inside of my slippers. I ended up having to throw them away, and I'm so bummed because they're my favorite. But it was just soaked into the pad of my actual slipper. It was awful. But anyway, it happens with projects. You just gotta clean it up and keep moving. And that's what I did. But the paint color here that I'm using is the same color I used in my son's bedroom makeover that I did like over a year ago. The color is called Woodland Lichen by Sherwin Williams. So I'll have it right here on the screen. I'll also list it below if I happen to forget. Y'all know I do that all the time. I'm so sorry. I'm the worst with the description box, but it's because I'm like not in a hurry, but like when I get a video ready, I'm like ready to post it. I always forget all the things that I say I'm gonna link and share in the description box. It's a lot to try to manage by yourself, especially when I pre-film these videos. Like this content was filmed last week, so by the time I'm editing it and posting it, it's a completely different week. But anyway, I'm painting the entire bathroom green. Unfortunately, I didn't film like the entire process just because this bathroom is pretty tight in here. It's hard to move around with the tripod and camera, so I just kind of shared clips here and there. All right, so I ended up doing an entire makeover in the bathroom, like kind of on a whim. I started with painting this wall, and then I went to go paint the vanity, and then I decided, you know what, I hated this wall being white, so I painted that. And I also went ahead and painted this wall with the hooks here. I did not put anything on this wall yet. I don't really know what to put there, to be honest. I kind of just like the simplicity of it. And I did take down that little shelf that was hanging from here because the kids don't use it because they can't reach it. And so they only need their sponge and their bottle of soap, and that's down on the floor. But I love it. Very cozy and warm. And now I just got to clean up some of the paint drips. If y'all saw earlier, I spilled paint all over me. And at that point, I was kind of just done with filming. This bathroom is so tight, and I ended up just getting it all done. Also, I like the look of the mixed metals. I know some of you are gonna be like, what the heck is going on? You have chrome, gold, and black, and more gold. But I like a mixture, so I love it. All right, so the bathroom's done. I got paint in my hair. I got paint all over my clothes. I need to go hop in the shower and change and then get busy. I really want to get the house, you know, tidied up and picked up. I have a to-do list over there on my notebook paper of house projects I need to tackle. I need to get a new front door knob, like handle, because our front door, we can hardly get it open. Like sometimes it's hard to get in here. And it's gonna suck on the day that all the doors are locked up and I go to walk outside and I come back in and I can't get in the house because the doorknob's broken. I'm gonna have to break into my own house. And that's gonna be awful because I'm gonna set off the alarms and everything else. And how embarrassing having to tell my security system people, hey, sorry, I had to break in my house because my doorknob broke. Okay, really quick, I just wanted to say the next couple video clips you're about to see will make a lot more sense if you watched my last video. If you did not watch my last video, make sure you go watch it. It explains why I was doing all the things that I was doing in today's video. So just to give you a quick little recap, we put an offer in on a house and we were preparing to sell our house at this very moment. So I had a crap ton of work to do. I had to declutter all the closets, clean the entire house, do all the touch-ups, stage the house to be listed for sale. There was a lot going on over the week. This was all last week, by the way. So if you missed my last video and you want to hear the whole explanation to what was going on and what the plan is now because things fell through, and you can hear all that story in that video, I'll have it linked down below so you can check it out. But it'll make more sense as you're watching to know that the whole point of all the things I was doing was to sell our home. So I'm going to share a couple tips with you guys throughout the video, things that I thought to do if I was listing my house, even though we are no longer listing our house, just to clarify. So yeah. First thing I started doing was decluttering. Of course, I wanted the house to be as clean and simple as possible. I think first impressions matter. So of course, whenever you are going to list your house, you don't want all of your things piled up in every corner and an overwhelming amount of personal photos. You really want to simplify that to make people be able to envision their items in your space instead. So basically what I did was I just worked on making all the walk space as open an area as possible. We do have a smaller home and I wanted to hopefully show people that although it's small, it's still cozy, but it's still open and it has the functionality for a family if needed. So, and clearly we live here as a family of 4 and it's worked well for us over the past four years. It's all about how you stage your house and how you have it set up, which I think really matters. By the way, I wanted to point out, I did fix the curtains. I didn't do it on camera, but I did fix those. My husband, on the weekends, he'll close them to take a nap, and sometimes he doesn't open them all the way back up whenever he's done, clearly. And the whole reason why I have the curtain rod all the way to the right-hand side there was because that window is not centered of the wall, so I use the curtains to make it appear that it does sit in the center. So that's like a little tip if you have a window that's off. It really makes a difference to have the curtain rod extended on the one side just to make it appear centered and not awkward, because this is such an awkward window in my opinion, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, I fixed that. Then I moved into my son's bedroom, which in my opinion was the most cluttered at the moment just because I had my workout equipment in here. And then the closet he wasn't using at the time because he's got a dresser. So his closet was used as storage because at one point my daughter and him were sharing a room like over the summer, and I used his closet for all of our items that couldn't go out into the shed because of the moisture here in Florida. I didn't want all of our family photos to get ruined, so I used his closet as like personal storage, and I needed to declutter all that and basically get rid of a lot of things. So that's what I worked on. And then I also moved his bed to an area that would make more sense to show others that this room is possible to have a full or queen size mattress if needed. Because this room is small, I know it's not ideal to have a bed like up underneath the window, but when you have a small space, you got to work with what you got. So that's kind of what I did. I just moved it to open up the area. And of course, I just emptied everything out of the closet to the floor so I could see a little bit better of what I was working with. I organized, decluttered all this stuff, put all of his clothes back in his closet to show that the closet is functional, and just did a quick little tidy up and clean, and it made a huge difference in the space. All right, so I got my son's room a little bit more like reorganized. I put the bed over here just to open up like all this walk space here. I need to vacuum in here still and mop, but so far, so good. And then we got the mirror over here. I need to clean that too, but it just kind of helps reflect the light to the side since this wall is dark. We got his dresser with some toys. And like I said, all this is now open instead. All of that is going out to the shed. And then over this way, it's all nice and organized. And his room, or his closet, is organized and cleaned up as well. So looks good. All right, so later on that afternoon, I had a parent-teacher conference, and then when I got home, I worked on getting all of the cluttered stuff that I pulled out of the closet, out of the hallway, and out of the living room. I put most of it in the back of my truck for donations, and then the rest that was just garbage I went ahead and threw away. So I got all that done that day. So then this is the next day. I worked on doing some deep cleaning and also some touch-up paint and stuff like that. So that's what this part of the video is me basically just also cleaning, trying to get ready to have photos taken. So there was a lot of like dust bunnies like in the corners and stuff, so I worked on that. I worked on dusting all the window seals just in case anyone decided to try to open a window. I was like, I don't want them to see like any dust. So I spent all day deep cleaning the house, which was actually nice. And although we're not selling now, it was nice to get all this done because I feel like our house looks brand new. It was actually kind of nice. It was like almost like I needed that push to get all this stuff done. So it ended up working out in the end. But I also dusted all the light fixtures, and we added light bulbs to all of the lights. There was a lot of lights that were missing light bulbs, so I ran to Walmart. I got light bulbs. I got new rugs, one for the front door, one for the back door. I basically just refreshed anything that I could that was inexpensive and easy to do in a quick amount of time to make the house look as new and fresh as possible. All right, so Dollar Tree sells these Scrub Buddies 360 dusters. These are awesome. Awesome. Comes with, I think this is a 3-pack. That's what they look like. So basically this little guy here opens up and it kind of clicks into place, and then there's these little tabs right here that you like slide like that, and then you just dust.
No, I'm gonna fight for you. Nothing else that I can do. You make me feel so damn good. You take me to the stars and the moon. My mind's out of balance. Heartbeats irregular. Kinda thought we'd work it through. Large beat, tears streaming down. I'm here but already moving on. You care, then you kill it better. It's never gonna feel right. Maybe it's a matter of time.
So something I've always heard, and I don't know how true this is, let me know in the comments what y'all think about this, because I personally, if I'm going to tour someone's home and try to envision it being mine, I like to see a little bit of a personal touch on it, because I want to see that the family was happy and healthy and like, I don't know. So I don't mind seeing family photos, and so like I'm not going to be like nosy and be all up in your business, but that's me. But I've always heard and read that you should remove any like a lot of family photos or any like really personalized items. You should remove those for staging purposes and showing purposes. So I did that, even though I feel a little differently about it, but that's just me. But I did remove my YouTube play button. I also went ahead and removed any family photos that I could off the walls and off the bookshelves just to eliminate that extreme personal touch. So I did that. I wiped down all the cabinets. I mopped. Y'all, I went all out for this. I'm telling you, this was like I think this was the cleanest my house has ever been. I was not joking. I was about to have the most beautiful house that was listed. There was no way in heck someone was going to come in here and step on any type of dirt or dog hair. I'm telling you, I went all in. And like I said, all of it was like technically for nothing, but kind of for everything, because I really am happy that I did it, because I needed this. I needed a really fresh restart. It made me, I will say this, although you probably heard me say this in my last video, I think getting to the point where we were about to list our house made me just appreciate my house so much more. And I want to tell you that I literally cried every day. Every day. Every time I walked through this door, I cried, because I just I love my house and I'm so proud of my home. And I think it sometimes just takes you something major like moving to really start to appreciate what you have. Not that I don't appreciate it. I don't want you guys to twist my words. I just, I think we sometimes always want, we're ready for that next step. And we are. I'm not going to even try to deny that. We are ready for land. We're ready for our little farm and to find our forever spot. But I also am really, really sad to leave this home when the time does come. And I think preparing the house to sell was just really one of those moments where I just really started to appreciate how beautiful our house was more and more every day. Out. Got my microwave deep cleaned. I cleaned out the oven as best as I can. I need to get an oven tray because it's bad. I cleaned out the refrigerator and now I'm about to start painting. I'm gonna get some paint into this paint tray that I bought. Start painting all the areas that need some touch-ups, like the doors and the baseboards, and yeah. So that's the game plan. I am gonna put some aluminum foil down on this though, just so that way it's much easier to clean up versus constantly having to go outside and spray out the tray. So, just kidding. There's not enough aluminum foil, so I'll just use a grocery. I don't wanna do that, I'll clean it. It's not a big deal. Seriously, I am just in a struggle today. Okay. It's alright. It's alright. We got this. Got my paintbrush. I got some crap in my paint. No big deal. Stir it up. Okay. Pour some in here. Make a mess. As always. Try not to get paint all over me today. I already spilt paint the other day and it was awful, so don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm just working on all the baseboards that are very visible. Y'all know in my last video, I was actually doing home updates, and I just want to clarify that at that moment, none of this was even happening. That video was filmed like 2-3 weeks ago, before I even found this home, before we even put an offer in it and it got accepted, and then we were going through the process of trying to sell our house. I just wanted to clarify that those home updates were just strictly because I wanted to do them. So I wasn't planning on selling at that moment. Just wanted to share that. And I still plan on removing all the furniture out of like my living room and redoing those baseboards because they still need to be done. At this moment, I was just focusing on spaces that we could reach and that were very visible, like around the front door, the back door, the bedroom doors, the bathroom door needed to be touched up. So I grabbed some paint from out of my little stash. I grabbed a paintbrush and I just went around and did all my touch-ups. And I just want to say, don't underestimate the power of paint, because if you are listing your home for sale, or maybe if you have like an event coming up and you have family coming into town and you just want to like freshen your space and make it look new again, paint the walls, paint the trim, paint a door. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference, and it's so budget friendly to do. You can do it all by yourself. It's not hard. I know sometimes painting can be intimidating, but turn on some good music, put some headphones in, listen to a good podcast, grab you a paintbrush, and just go around and do all the touch-ups you need to do, because I'm telling you, this, out of everything that I did, probably made the biggest difference was recently caulking all the seams around the back door, repainting the back door. I did all that in my last video. These small things I think made the biggest difference. Alright, so as you can imagine, after working on cleaning up the house and stuff, there was one thing that drove me crazy, and that was my dining room table. And I was really worried that this is like the first thing you see when you walk in, and I was worried that someone was going to notice how like messed up the table was, because it was a DIY project I did a while back. I will have this video linked below. This table was one of my favorites. It's held up great, actually. I did it like years ago, and it still looks pretty decent. But up close, what you can't see is there was some paint marks from the kids and like scuff marks from them digging a little too hard with when they were coloring. So I needed to redo the table. And just for quick purposes, I figured let me just redo it to match the chairs, because I don't have time for like a whole like fancy makeover or anything like that, or sand it all down and refinish it. I thought let's just get it looking as good as possible, so that way first impression when you walk in the door, it's not like a super like DIY looking table. So I went in with the color Agreeable Gray by Sherwin Williams. This is a flat paint. This is very important. If you are going to be doing this technique, make sure you use flat paint, or at like Walmart, they have the what are they called? The little acrylic paints. I thought they were called Apple Barrel, but they are matte. Make sure you get a matte finish. If you get glossy, this is not going to work. So I basically just took that paint, and as you can see, I went in the same direction with the paintbrush all on the top to kind of give like a brush stroke motion, and then I also did the same thing on the edges. I kind of just went around the edges and roughly painted it. It's not supposed to look perfect. The point is to give like a kind of like a wood grain look. And then once I got this part done, I then went in with a wax. So the product I'm using is called Minwax. It's an antiquing wax, and I think the color is called Mousse, I believe. I'm not 100%, and the label is messed up. I've had this wax for so long. I have gotten so many uses out of it, but I will try my best to find the exact product and have it listed below or right here on the screen for you guys. But after getting the entire table painted, I basically just went in with that wax, and in the same direction that I painted the Agreeable Gray, I'm going to go in with a paintbrush and really work that wax in. So here I go with the wax, and you're basically going to have the most sore wrist when you're done. That's the point. You really want to work this in to give a wood grain motion, or wood grain look, I guess. And because I was going for the look of my chairs, that's why I chose this color, because as you can see here, it is pretty identical to the chair color. So at this moment, I started to get the technique down a little bit, and I wasn't so scared to add as much product, so I just would pour the wax down and just really started working my paintbrush back and forth. Like I mentioned, it does take a lot of time. It is kind of hard on your wrist, so if you have like carpal tunnel or anything like that, I wouldn't recommend starting a project like this. It is tough to work back and forth, at least with this product. If I would have used paint, it would have worked a little bit easier, but like I mentioned earlier, I was just using what I had on hand to keep projects quick and easy right now because I was trying to sell my house and I wasn't trying to get into a whole disaster. So using the wax is a little bit harder to move around, but eventually once I got all the products spread around, it looked really nice and it matched so good with the chairs.
I'm getting tired of sleep. Think I've had enough. I've been gone, but haven't done much healing. It's pretty clear to me. Kinda strange how I can take a beating from my better self. It's like no one else even really scratches the surface. 'Cause nobody gets me. Looking for faith, looking for love in every direction.
Alright, so as far as the base of the table goes, luckily I didn't have to paint that with the agreeable gray because the base was already white. So I just went right in with that wax, and as you can see, it gave the same color as the top of the table, so it worked out great. So I'm going to work on that now, and as far as getting anything on the floor, I wasn't too worried about it because this wax does wipe clean with just warm soapy water. So any mess that I made on the floor, I just wiped up real quick with a rag and it was good to go. And then as far as sealing it goes, I did not seal my table because I honestly thought that we were going to be moving. So I was like, it's honestly pointless to even bother. I know it was going to get messed up probably in storage anyway or in the transition to move. So I knew I was going to end up doing a little makeover on it once we got moved. So I just left it. And honestly, I don't know if it's because I used the wax to give the color or what, but it's held up great. But I would definitely recommend sealing it, especially for a dining room table, using it daily for like, food and stuff and eating. You want to use like a polyacrylic in a satin or even a matte finish, whatever you prefer. I personally like satin just because I feel like it gives a shine, but it's not too shiny to where it looks like cheap. So I plan on sealing my table hopefully this weekend whenever we don't have as much traffic going in and out of the house. I kind of ran out of time this day, but either way, the table's held up great. We've already ate at it multiple times. I'm actually sitting at it right now to edit this video. I have my coffee here and it's not messing up the table or anything. So yeah. So far so good, but I think it turned out really nice. It looks new and fresh, and that was the goal. But that's actually going to be it for today's video. I never even ended up closing out the video because at that point I thought that the next clip you were going to see was like us kind of getting ready to move and explaining that, but that never happened, clearly. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was motivational and enjoyable to watch. I appreciate you being here so much. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel and all your kind words of encouragement on my last video. I appreciate it so, so much. Y'all are amazing, and I hope you know that. I truly, truly hope you know that, and I was so excited to share with you guys. That's why I was filming all of this, but, it's just not our time, and that's all right, too. But anyway, I hope you have a great day, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye, y'all. I just wanted to hop in really quick and share with you the photos that you're about to see are photos I took to share with my realtor, so that way she had an idea on what the house looked like as far as like what she thought we could list it for. So these are obviously not professional photos. These are just photos I snapped as I was cleaning.
mess, and I'm just not getting any braver. 'Cause nobody gets me. I'm looking for faith.